to get the old gang back together again.
We haven't done this in a long time.
Your fans never left you. The world hasn't forgotten.
Sure, it's impossible, but we've got to try. It's time to play the music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to meet the Muppets.
Yes! Come on, guys, let's go!
Wow, I can't believe we're all back together.
Yeah!
Sorry, I was super excited.
The Muppets have always been about artistic integrity, not cheap tricks.
Check it out, fart shoes.
This is going to be a really short movie.
Actually, the story came first, and it seemed like it just fell into place. What do the Muppets do best? They put on a show. So that part was easy. I knew that it was going to end in putting on a big show. That's what I wanted to do. And then you need a great villain. So we came up with Tex Richmond, the evil oil baron. And then I wanted to acknowledge that it had been 12 years since the Muppets had made a big feature. And so I didn't want to pretend like that wasn't the truth. I think we had to acknowledge that there are some kids, there might be a generation gap of kids who didn't have a Muppet movie that they grew up with. And so I just wanted to do a movie about the Muppets sort of coming back together to reintroduce themselves to the world.
He is such a devoted Muppet fan.
He's a huge fan.
And he loves the Muppets.
Yes,
and
I had to get a restraining order actually on him.
Yeah, actually, I heard that was the other way around. That you were outside his door.
What are you talking about?
In the early times when he was writing the script, you were...
I have no idea what you're talking about, Kermit.
Remember, left foot, right foot.
Hello? Sorry. That looked expensive.
You look familiar.
So do you.
Wow. Please, have a seat.
Yes, we're going to have a seat now.
No, sit down.
Oh, sorry.
Message to Ed. Left leg in trouble. Going down. Left leg going down.
Tonally, I always try and make things that I like. That's my barometer. And also, of course, I'm very familiar with the show because Muppet Show from the 70s, because in England, it's very much considered to be an English show. It was made in England and London in the 70s, and so it has a very English tone. So I felt very familiar with that background, the kind of surreal humor of it. And of course, making shows like Flight of the Conchords, which in a way was influenced by Muppet Show. In terms of season 2, we did a song called Why Can't the World Be More Like My Dreams, which Mel sang. And that song, basically the video for that came out as a Muppets, singing Cookies, and you see on a plane, and it's kind of crazy. But so in a weird way, I've always been influenced by them. And so when I was asked to do this, I was instantly very sure of the tone I would like to take, which would be something that I would like, but I was totally confident my daughter, who's now 4, would also enjoy it, because it's that thing where it works on a number of levels. I always like doing things that work on a number of levels. And Muppets is that thing whereby, because it's puppets talking and falling over, children are going to like it, but also the things they say, which are quite clever, adults will like it. So it kind of works on both levels straight away, and that's really important to me.
Kermit, there you are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
So nice to see you, Veronica.
Who's hosting? Did you find a celebrity?
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk to you about that, you see, because, well, actually, I'm kind of a celebrity.
You? No, Kermit, listen. I will not air the show unless you find a real celebrity host. I will rerun Benson if I have to.
You see, the thing is, Veronica, that's kind of impossible because the show's in 12 hours. 12 hours!
I think the thing that we both learned from Kermit, because this is Walter's first film.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for a while, but Kermit's been doing it for 50 years.
Right.
And he's the same old Kermit.
He is completely humble.
Yeah, he taught us to keep it all in perspective.
Yeah, totally. Remember what's important.
Yeah.
And Piggy, did she have any big diva blow-ups on set?
Moi is a natural actress, and no, whether it is the stage or television or the internet or the big screen, it's all the same to moi.
Yeah, well, I understand that. That's true. That's true. It is much the same. It took me just a little while to think about acting on such a huge screen. I mean, I had to practice my movements. I always spent a little time in front of the mirror, making sure I toned down my movements a little.
Tone down?
Well, you mean
oh,
because I'm so big?
No, when you act, when you act for the screen, the bigger the screen, the bigger you gotta be. You gotta be big.
Yes, well, we have slightly different acting styles, and that's fine.
All right.
It was so easy to accept. You so accept them as real, and I grew up with them as these characters, so I'm just like, yeah, that's Kermit, and I'm doing a scene with Kermit. But it's surreal just to sort of be reliving that part of my childhood, and that was amazing.
Were the Muppets themselves everything you expected them to be? Did you have to deal with any jealousy from Miss Piggy when you were around Kermit?
No, Kermit is a complete gentleman, and Miss Piggy, I let her be the star that she is, and you don't try to compete with someone with that much, power. You just stand back and marvel.